Hey, what's up guys? CZitoMusic here. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today's video is one that is long overdue. We're gonna have my 7-string solar guitar face off against my 7-string Jackson in my first ever guitar shootout. So with all that said, without further ado, let's get it! This Jackson was the first 7-string guitar I purchased. I got this guitar about 5 years ago now. I don't use it as much as I used to because of my solar guitar, but I always thought this guitar sounded killer and I wanted to revisit it. Now on the other hand, I've had my solar guitar for about 2 years now. It is definitely my most used guitar, but it still holds up and plays amazing. I received a comment not too long ago asking to compare these guitars, and I thought that was a great idea. I also wanted to see which of these 7 strings actually sound better, and what better way to do that than to compare them through a guitar shootout. I arranged this shootout in 2 parts. The first demo song showcases both guitars' high gain rhythm capabilities, and the second demo song showcases how both guitars would sound like in a song using clean and lead tones. So before we get into the demos, I wanted to go over the specs on both guitars, starting with my Solar. This is my Solar A2.7 Trans Blood Red matte guitar. It's got a maple neck, a C-shaped neck profile, an ebony fretboard, 24 superior jumbo frets, a 5-way toggle switch, Duncan Solar neck and bridge pickups, a volume and tone knob, and a fixed bridge. Now, I'm not entirely sure on this model. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I am. But I think this is the Jackson Dinky Series JS22-7 guitar. So it has a maple neck, amaranth fretboard, 24 jumbo frets, a satin finish, Jackson high output humbucking neck and bridge pickups, a 3-way toggle switch, and a volume and tone knob. I know this guitar is considered to be one of the cheaper 7-string guitars on the market, but just because that's the case, don't let that fool you. I think this guitar sounds killer, and if you're looking to purchase your first 7-string guitar, you can't go wrong with this model or with Jackson in general. For the song demos, I'm using the Fortin Nameless suite for my high gain rhythm tones and the Archetype Abasi for my clean and lead tones. Now with all the specs out of the way, let's dive into the demo and let's see which guitar sounds better. What did you think of the demo? Which guitar reigns supreme? Let me know in the comments down below. This was really tough to decide because I really do love both guitars and I think they both sound great. But overall, I think that the Solar does sound better than the Jackson. Both guitars sound great when it comes down to high gain rhythm tones. Both Solar and Jackson have a reputation for producing guitars that are dedicated to high gain tones. In my opinion, the Solar guitar has more of a mid-range sound to it, whereas the Jackson guitar has more of a treble or high range to its sound. Guitars are primarily a mid-range instrument, so the fact that the Solar has a more well-balanced mid-range tone gives it the slight edge over the Jackson for me. The Solar sounds heavy and brutal in the mix, and it doesn't have an aggressive piercing sound that the Jackson has. Now, don't get me wrong, the Jackson still has a great tone. However, keep in mind, in my opinion, it has more of a high treble type of sound. So you would have to customize your settings in order to get rid or balance the high frequencies. However, the Jackson can still sound heavy, aggressive, and mean when having the right settings in the mix. Now for the clean and lead tones, this was another close one, but I still believe that the Solar still sounds better than the Jackson when it comes down to clean and lead tones. The Solar guitar does a great job making the clean tones sound rich, warm, and soothing. The Solar also does a fantastic job making the lead tones sound strong, full, and balanced, especially when played over a high gain rhythm tone. The Jackson also has really great clean tones. In my opinion, it's just as good as the Solar. However, its lead tones kind of fall short when compared to the Solar. Again, in my opinion, when using the Jackson for lead tones, it has a high piercing sound and it is too prevalent when it's played over a high gain rhythm tone. But again, I think with the right settings, you can get rid of the high frequencies in order to make it balanced. Overall, I truly do love both of these guitars, and for the price you pay for both of these instruments, you are definitely getting your money's worth. But if I had to choose just one of these guitars, I would definitely go with the Solar. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know which guitar you think sounds better in the comments down below. Thanks for joining me today. As always, I appreciate it very much. If you're new here and you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the bell so you can be notified when I upload brand new content. And I'll see you all in the next video.